Hello, welcome back to my channel Lady T. My name is Nathalie and today we are going to continue with creating Vidra. We are going to start today, I think, with the dig site, the archaeology dig site, which I've seen in other towns as well, and I would really like to have one of my own. So I decided to keep the cliff behind the house of Lucia, and we are going to make a little dig site over there. Hopefully some of the fossils will spawn there at some point. Yeah, we still had a lot of trees in our inventory, so that is one of the things that happen when you start redecorating your island. And I've noticed that a lot of the trees don't really have a place in my town anymore. I'm trying to keep as many as I can, but they don't really have a place. And here I was apparently doing something else. I used a rope fence because I thought it would look cool with the dig site theme that we went with. And eventually I don't really remember if I had already changed the fencing around the bridge right now. But we made a whole lot of new rope fences, which at the end we didn't really have to do it because we got a lot of ones from the bridge. But it looks cool in this little thing here. Of course, we also need a little ramp over here. I went with the natural ones in this town because I think it just looks awesome. Because it is a very natural kind of garden forest town, so I didn't want anything like the blue steel type kind of bridges or something, or I just wanted something natural, and that is what we got with the natural ramps. So yeah, you do need a ladder to come down all the way to the bottom. We are going to close everything off eventually, but first I wanted to do most of the terraforming that I needed to do. I thought it would also really be cool if you had a really giant fossil excavation point, that you could have natural ramps going down, but we don't have space for that here. And I was like, why? It takes up a lot of space if I would do that, so nah, it's still kind of itching to do that, but it takes up so much space and it isn't really necessary. Maybe I will still change that. So yeah, eventually we placed down some hand cards and stuff, but we haven't done that so far. Sometimes I just go look around my island to kind of see what everything looks like. Just to see like, okay, where are we now? What do I still need to do and what do I still want to do? So we also got some flowers because I wanted to start decorating the island for a bit. So here we start with some white and pink because I thought it would look really cute and easy on the eyes. That's also very nice. And then we got rid of some designs that I didn't think I would use anymore. And eventually we get some new patterns to place on here, like 2 different kinds of weeds. So that we don't have to go looking for fossils up there. Because if I have to do that with all the mountains that I want to build, then it's going to take a very, very long time to look through all of that. And of course we also, here I had simple panels but not with the right color. I was like, it looks a bit ugly with that golden color, so eventually we get the right one for my main island, Turnsby. But not right now, so we can't put the first panels down yet. Sometimes I have to go looking for some fruit so that I can get rid of all the trees that are in the way. It's very strange now looking back that everything was still so flat and without waterfalls everywhere. Little did we know that eventually it would come. So a lot of this just comes with going back and forth and like, what do I want and how do I want it? And I absolutely love this path. It doesn't take away from the whole natural nature feel. It kind of helps, but you still have a little path that flowers and stuff won't grow on. So even if you don't play for a couple of days or longer, then it won't overgrow the entire forest feel. And I'm also happy that I spaced the building out over a couple of days, because otherwise we wouldn't have had enough fruit to use to move every single tree. And I also ended up selling some because I was like, I won't have any place for you, so we might as well sell you because you take up a lot of space in our inventory. And of course we needed yet another waterfall. And I used a lot of the pine trees up here because I think it's cool and it looks cute when they're above. Because in New Leaf you didn't used to be able to put pine trees down in any place. You had to put it on the upper side of your river, because on the downside they wouldn't grow. And here I still feel like my pine trees need to be on the higher levels and not on the lower levels, because otherwise it just doesn't feel right for me. And of course another stepping stone, just to get to the other side of this. That looked a bit wonky, so I think I changed it. Yeah, just gotta say, it looks a bit strange. Now we can just get across with the one. Of course we also needed a ramp here. And I got exactly, if I remember correctly, exactly 8 ramps on the island right now. So the maximum that we can have. And the pine trees to me just really make it feel like a little forest, a magical little forest. And sometimes some of the trees may feel a little bit in the way, but that's how I like it. I mean, a forest is a little bit unkept and just growing the way it wants to grow, so that's fine. So here we're just working around the trees instead of keeping to moving them. So the path just winds around them so that they're not in the way and they can just live their happy little lives. And of course there are a lot of Christmas decorated pine trees over here with a lot of lights. Looks really beautiful, especially at night. I wish that it would stay that way throughout the entire year. But then it would also lose its touch, wouldn't it? If it would just stay illuminated all year round. For now we put the trees down here because there was no other space, but eventually this will be a little movie theater outside. And this area has changed so much since I recorded this. You can't walk around, it's not flat anymore. And of course we had put a lot of stuff in there because we just didn't have any space and we needed to get rid of some of the fruit. But yeah, I want to thank you for watching this video. In the next video we are going to continue building Vidra, and I think if I remember correctly that we're going to continue in the main area of our island. So I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.